Oh, hello, Casper. How are you doing? How are you doing? Somebody need some belly rubs? Arr. So good at helping. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Right now I'm doing a gear tour. So I've had a lot of friends and family be curious about what exactly I'm bringing on this trip and kind of how I'm going to do it. So I laid out all my gear right now, and I'm going to kind of go through each sort of category and just talk about the gear I have and kind of show it off a little bit. And then after I do that, I think I'm going to pack it all up and show you how it's going to be able to fit in the boat. And then I'll also take it out of the boat and then pack it up and show you how it's going to be able to fit in my backpack. All right, so the first thing that I want to show is my sort of marine / aquatic gear. We have my wetsuit and life jacket, and also got some paddle gloves and some wet socks. I'm also going to have some Crocs, and these are just going to be my water shoe / camp shoe. And then of course we also got the paddle here. And then of course here's the boat. And my last video, my intro video, was me just paddling around on this, so it should look kind of familiar. So I'll be putting a lot of my things like clothing and things that obviously can't get wet. It's all going to be stored in the tubes of the boat. And so those dry bags are going to kind of keep everything organized, keep everything dry. All right, next up is going to be some sort of base camp, just campsite, evening sort of gear. So the kind of gear that I'll be using each night when we get to a beach or whatever location we're at and we're going to be camping. Very important is the tent. And this is a MSR Hubba Hubba tent, super lightweight, and it's a 2-person tent. So Owen and I will probably be bunking in this together. Casper really likes the tent. Yeah, you want to go inside? Maybe I can let him inside later. So next up is my backpack. So this is an Osprey 100-liter backpack. This thing is really awesome. I'm thinking that it can probably hold all of the gear that you see out here. Additionally, we have this MSR gravity water filter. So this is just a 10-liter bag. Hang it and it'll filter whatever stream water we find. And for that water, we're going to have these 6-liter sort of reservoir bags. And these are just good to have so that we can store water for multiple days, just in the off chance that we're not able to get water every single day. Also have this little towel right here. This is a microfiber towel. It's super quick drying, so it's going to be really good for situations where things are getting a little damp. And then I also have this Thermarest sleep pad. This is super nice, super small and compact. Just sleeping pad, so keep me comfy. Next is my sleeping bag, and then my sleeping bag liner. And so this sleeping bag's actually a little bit overkill. I did buy it for sort of winter conditions, for more mountaineering type stuff. It's going to be a little bit warmer than I'm actually ever going to need. All right, so a couple more camp items. Next up is going to be the kitchen / food stuff. This is my bowl / cooking container. Pretty nice. It just has a little lid that seals. We got the La Sportiva brand spork. And then some fuel, and here's my stove. And this stove is a MSR reactor. This is by no means like all the food I'm going to bring. What I end up bringing is probably going to be like double or triple this. So that is freeze-dried food. So going to need to add boiling water to it to heat it up. And then, but I just thought I'd set out a few bags to start with just to kind of see what it looks like. All right, so next up is going to be my apparel / clothing. So to start out here, I got a couple hats. I got this hat. It's like a Gore-Tex waterproof hat from Outdoor Research. Also got a little beanie, because you got to have the beanie, and then some sunglasses. And I got these little things that hang off the back, keep it attached to my head while I'm going, because I really don't want to lose those in the ocean. I haven't completely decided whether or not I will be bringing hiking boots or like trail running shoes. A lot of people advocate for just backpacking and trail running shoes, and that might be a good idea because they're less prone to blisters. I got a couple jackets. I got this really nice heavy duty Arc'teryx jacket along with an insulating layer to go with it, and these are honestly a bit overkill too. I actually bought these for like my mountaineering stuff because they're really good to have during winter and during really cold weather hiking. So they should be just fine for this too. And then only going to bring like 2 pairs of socks, but these are darn tough socks, so they're really nice actually. Also, just going to have a couple pairs, a couple shirts. These are kind of base layers, and then a couple pairs of underwear, and some base layer pants, and some shorts. But I'll definitely be washing my clothes and hang drying them whenever there's a sunny day. And so the last section of gear that I'm going to show you is just basically miscellaneous stuff and electronics. So right here, this is actually an extremely important bag. So inside this bag is basically my repair / maintenance kits for pretty much everything. So, if I pop a hole in the boat, if I tear my sleeping bag, if I tear a coat, pretty much any of the crucial items here, if they break, then I'll have a little repair kit in here for it. And then next is just sort of miscellaneous electronics. So got my headlamp. You gotta have a headlamp for something like this. And then also, so this is one of the most important pieces of gear that I have. It's the InReach Explorer Plus. It's really awesome. So basically it allows me to text from anywhere, send an SOS signal, and I can also see a full topo map and navigate from this. I can actually update my location, and then my friends and family are able to view my location updated every 10 minutes on it. So super important, super cool. That's the GPS. All right, and then last but not least is sort of just a small electronics bag. Right here I have my portable charger. I think it's 300,000 somethings, whatever they measure portable chargers in for how much energy it can store. So it's pretty beefy. But yeah, that's actually it for all the gear. It's quite a bit of stuff, and here in a minute I'm gonna see if I can pack it all into the boat and then pack it all into my backpack, just one at a time. But yeah, stick around to see if I can jangle all this stuff into the boat and the backpack here. All right, cool. What do you think, Casper? How we do? All right, so I've made it to the garage, and now, like I was saying, I'm gonna take everything that I had out there, everything that I put into the boat. I'm now gonna put it into this backpack, and I'm just gonna kind of see how that goes, and then I'm gonna see how much it weighs at the end. So a couple things about this. So everything's in the dry bags that they were in before, which is kind of nice. I'm hoping that I can sort of just more or less just put them in the backpack the way they are and hopefully not have to rearrange too much stuff. Additionally, I wanted to kind of show this. So this is actually the boat. It's all sort of folded down and rolled up into this nice little package. It's about 7 pounds, so you can see same boat and everything. All right, so I think we'll do one last time lapse, see how this goes. All right, so I did it. I packed everything into this backpack. It's definitely the biggest pack that I've ever had before, and it's definitely not super light. Um, I'd say the packing went really well overall. There was plenty of space to put everything, and I even have some extra pockets to put more things. And I'll probably end up putting things like hygiene products and some extra loose ends that I'm missing in there. As for more space for food, I think I could probably fit some more food in here, but also the reality is that I'm not going to be doing long walking portions while I have a lot of food on my person, because at some point it just won't fit in the pack, or it'll just be too heavy for me to walk with. So when I do walking with all of my things on me, it'll definitely be more towards the end of a certain leg, like before the next restock kind of thing. So yeah, one thing that I wish would be different is, if you can see right here, I did have to put the tent on the outside, and the tent is a slightly heavier object, and most people who do backpacking or who are knowledgeable about it would say not to put a tent right there, because having it on the outside like that actually draws your center of mass backwards and makes your pack feel even heavier than it is. But unfortunately, most of the inner cavity was taken up, so had to put the tent right there. But otherwise, yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Now I'm just gonna see how much it weighs. All right, so got my scale. This thing isn't the most accurate, but it'll give us a good idea. So I'm just gonna start by weighing myself here. All right, 215.4 without the pack. So we're just gonna do that here. Boop. All right, now we're gonna put the pack on. Ooh. Okay. You know what? Right off the bat, it doesn't actually feel that awful. I'm sure that if as soon as I walk for a couple miles, I'll be dying for sure, but as of right now, it feels manageable. Okay. All right. All right, that is 270.8. Cool. All right. $55.4. That's actually really not that bad. I guess my initial impression was good. Whoops. So 55.4 is what this pack weighs. So I guess my initial impression when I put it on was kind of accurate, being that it just didn't really feel that awful. I've definitely done trips with a pack this heavy before, and it's not definitely not a walk in the park, but it's also definitely doable. So yeah, thanks for watching. This has been my gear video. If you want to follow my journey, please subscribe to the channel. I also have an Instagram, and of course, links to the GoFundMe to support the Sunrise movement are in the description, as well as a link to the Instagram and whatever else I want to throw in there. So yeah, thanks for watching.